Want some?
Have you ever been or had to be somewhere in a hurry and at the same time you is hangry? Well, I'm not sure if that's the exactly what happened in this case here, but based on a local reporter, a young lady was pulled over and charged with eating while driving. True story. I don't think the person who wrote the article on this case was going for the whole, cop hating article. Instead, I think this could be more of a journalist clickbait thing, but at the same time, it's pretty enjoyable because it happened. It possibly didn't happen the way many people thought, like myself, but the police officer's report was kind of funny. The detailed report is important, and you're in law enforcement, obviously, and you're trying to make a case on something. And well, this young man was very detailed. But sometimes you have to know what to write on your report before you submit it. So it looks like 31-year-old Asia Shantera Smith was arrested for reckless driving after police observed her vehicle swerving into the bike lane on the road over there in Athens, Georgia. The officer noted on his report that she was distracted by eating. Then he made the detailed about the sauce being on her fingers and a strong odor of food. That's hilarious, man. It really is. It's funny. So this arrest happened a few weeks ago, actually Wednesday night, February 3rd. I tried to get the footage on it, but obviously it hasn't been, I guess, made public yet because, the case has not been through court. But I cannot wait to see that video. Officer Christopher Lucas observed Miss Smith swerving, and he noted that she was distracted by eating while operating her vehicle. While here in Georgia, there really is no specific law forbidding people from eating while driving. It is considered a form of distraction, and distracted driving can lead to charges for failing to maintain lane, reckless driving. Yes, folks, you ladies out there who like to do the makeup while you're driving, right? Not paying attention to the road. And then you guys out there who just can't be off your phone. You got to drive, be on your phone. And yeah, you guys are always messing with the radios. You got some of you out there with that as well. That's all considered distracting driving, especially if you can't keep that car straight, which none of you can. Don't fool yourself. So this short article reads as follows.
And is brought to you by City News. Classic City News, actually. From Athens, Georgia. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Athens woman charged with driving while eating. Yeah, look at her. She looks very happy, don't she? Of course. Asia Shantera Smith, 31 of Hall Road, was arrested Wednesday night by a police officer who stopped her after seeing it swerve. Stopped her car after seeing it swerve into the bike lane on Barnett Shoals Road. Officer Christopher Lucas said in his report that he determined that the woman had been distracted while driving because she was eating. Quote, I observed Miss Smith to have sauce on her fingers, along with a strong odor of food, he stated. The officer noted that he asked Smith for her driver's license, and she rolled up the window and positioned the visor so that it blocked his vision while she was digging around. Sorry, let's start that over. Quote, while she was digging around inside her vehicle, end of quote, and said that she ignored him when telling her to exit the car. She got out when the officer warned that he'd charge her with obstruction, but was arrested on that charge anyway because she did not comply with Lucas when he told her to get out of the car on the roadway and stand in front of the patrol car. In addition to obstruction, Smith was arrested on charges of failure to maintain lane, distracting driving, and also having illegal dark tints on the rear window. Wow, this guy went all out.
As I said, I tried getting the video of this stop because I was told no, obviously, because it hasn't been through the system yet, the court system, that is. But I really would love to see what got her arrested or exactly what got her into handcuffs. We know what got her arrested because believe it or not, there is something called a pop charge. Yes, that's what I called it. It's piss off police charge. Yes, been there, done that. I'm not saying it's illegal. It is totally legal. As a matter of fact, I remember giving a 20-year-old a chance once to leave an area. He was in this area trying to sell magazines and harassing the crap out of people, harassing a mom and her young daughter, actually, in this case. And nobody was trying to buy his magazines. Uh, you know, when I got there, obviously, I could smell the odor of alcohol. He'd been drinking. He was in an area where there were a bunch of bars. And me personally, I'm not big on the whole, well, you're 20 years old, you shouldn't be drinking thing. I mean, there are 40-year-olds out there that shouldn't be drinking, have no business drinking. They're 50, 80-year-olds that have no business drinking. So I'm not big on 20-year-old. I think if you could protect our country, serve our country at the age of 17, 18, I mean, that's just me. But the law says what the law says. And some people might say hypocritical, but that was what I had at the time. Actually, more like disorderly, more like drunk in public. There were several charges, municipal codes and local charges that could have been hit with this guy because he was being belligerent, obviously drunk. But the law said you can do it. It is what it is, right? So I give him a chance. I say disappear, get out of here. Somehow he does. Then we get called back to the area again, and yeah, it's him. So he got the pop charge. Yeah. I did charge him with a legit charge, and I could have let him go, but I give you one opportunity, man. Unfortunately, he did not take my advice and left the area when I told him to after that first encounter. So I believe that was the case with this young lady who was driving. Maybe she was given several opportunities to comply, and well, she didn't. The part that is funny about this, the part that's funny is the way this article is written. It makes you believe that the person was actually charged for eating as they're driving. No, if you're going down the street, you got food in your mouth and your car straight, you're not following too closely, you're not speeding, you're not running lights, you're not doing anything that's illegal, you're fine. But the moment you do something, fail to maintain lane, run a light, you're over there stuffing your mouth, yeah, it becomes a problem, it becomes distracted driving. When I shared this article with friends and family, they could not believe it until they read the article and were like, yeah, she got herself in that position. Yeah, she did. It's pretty funny. So, like I tell everyone, don't argue with the cops on the street. If you get an opportunity to leave, then leave. But if you get a ticket or even arrested, don't fight there. Don't don't do that on the side of the road. Do it in court. Trust me. Let it play out. It probably will benefit you and those around you more. Talk to you later.